say, just to set the tone for us to start our discussion, is that when it comes to customer service, men who need to say, you are with front desk. It's man who say, maybe an NSP, maybe a laboratory, maybe a nurse. Men who need to say, what's your name again? Men who say, Bell Juma for today, I'll call you there. It's men who say, Bell Juma. What I say? A Juma here, India. Sepani to say, Obia bar for attention. And the person is coming to see dog. Don't see it as the person is a patient. After all, what do I have to do? I've just checked your data, I've sent your file, dog will take care of you. So even if the patient is still waiting, you as Bell, you don't care. Maybe doctor will call you. So until doctor calls you, it's not, you don't do that. In service, we don't say, this is my job, this is your department. No, that is not what we do when it comes to service. So we will zoom into it, but I just wanted us to have an open mind. So don't think customer service is for some people. Customer service is meant for some department. Customer service is not my job. Customer service is just for the people coming into my office, not my internal friends or my colleagues. That is not how I work. If you have seen it like that today, don't see it like that. After today, don't see it like that. Because 10 years means that we've practiced something. Some have been good, some have not been good. This picture is just to tell us that when we meet patients, for today, it's just patients talk that we're going to talk. When we meet patients or when we meet clients, we should be warm, we should be sweet, we should be nice, we should make them feel at home. So that before they move to the next person in line, the experience is great. So even if I'm not okay, because of the experience you gave me, I enjoy talking to the next person. Do you get me? Who can read this for us?
Customer service shouldn't just be a department. It should be the entire company.
Good. And do we agree to this?
Yes.
Okay, I've already explained, but can somebody tell us why this quote is very important? Maybe you can use your department as an example.
Okay, so I'll use my department.
Sure.
So as you said earlier on, as in the security guard, the security personnel has already made a person angry. So first of all, the person coming to the front desk, he or she's already angry. So I have to try my possible best to calm the person down. And if the person is not pleased with what I'm doing, maybe when it extends to the nurse, the person will be okay or if it's fine, then before he or she gets to the time.
Okay, so you mean you escalate it to the nurse. So if you are trying to calm me down and I'm still not understanding or I'm still behaving in a particular way, you now escalate. Escalation means that you're moving into the next line of action. It's above you in this case. So maybe she's your next in command. So you say, my colleague or Auntie Josephine or sister, whatever, or Iris, or you say, I'm having issues with the customer. But you don't say this in the presence of the customer. Do you do that?
No.
Okay. So you quickly excuse the customer. We'll do some role plays. I want to see how you do it. So you excuse the customer. You're going to speak to your next in line that I need you to attend to ABC. Let me just give you a scenario. Sometimes in the bank when I used to be there, customers come very angry, very upset. So my office was upstairs, ANC, and then the security man, Emmanuel, will probably speak to them and calm them down. They are not understanding. Maybe sometimes they'll call, I have a supervisor who sits down there and I sit up. Most times I'm downstairs, but let's say in this scenario I'm up. So you realize that the customer is making noise. Other customers are there. They are being served. Their attention will be drawn to the customer making the noise. So everybody's mind will go to the customer. Whatever they are there to do, they'll still be doing it, but their focus will be on the customer. So when it happens like that, what do? You just have to find a way of moving the angry or the irate customer away. It can be, if I'm not there, you have a nice, cozy place. You just come and put the person in the price. If you have some Fanta or some drink or some coffee, just serve the person. Some people can insult, some people can flare up and say so many things. Later they'll regret, but in the presence of their anger, they don't think. And that's why they become irrational. So like you said, once you see that I'm behaving in an irrational manner, it is not now that you have to argue with me. You know, when it comes to the hospital, you don't have a lot of places. Apart from the place that we all sit, you don't have a lot of places. But I'm sure there are, you know, where the nurses are. There's another side that goes to other doctors, right? Other consulting room. So sometimes you can see that there's nobody there. To go to your training or going to the lab. The door that leads, I'm trying to see the floor one. So there's a doctor's room here. There's the nurses are here. Then there's a door that leads you outside. You can quickly draw the person. Most times you are not the only person there. There's another person. So normally you are two, right? Even if it's just you, you have colleagues around. Sometimes you have the nurses in there, maybe they are two. They might not necessarily be attending to anybody. You can just go listen to them and say, there's a little bit of issue, so can you please come and attend to this? So that the distraction is taken off the floor. So that other people don't feel what is happening. Did you get it? So thank you for that. It means that you are doing something right, and I'm sure if it's not true, you would have said, but it is true, so keep it up, okay? Why should I come to Yebua and not them? Why should I come to Yebua and not Ghana, Canada? Why should I come to Yebua and not Medifin? I'm giving you these ones because these are private hospitals, just like you. Why, if you are in marketing, so tell me, it's called USP. In marketing, when we say USP, do you know what it is? Unique selling proposition. Unique selling proposition. Unique selling proposition is what should make me love you as a company or as a product. There is Belapa, there is Awake, there is Voltic. Why would I love Awake and not Giza? My only reason is that Awake gives back to me. So Awake is practicing something I believe in ESG. So they are not just looking for profits, but they are also looking to impact society. So I align more with this because I stand for that. So when I'm buying Awake, I'm happy because I'm contributing. Every bottle I buy, they say one is taken to the cardio center. So they're solving a problem, a societal problem. So this is what USP means. USP means that why should I come to you? What are you doing differently? So if it's Yebua, what is Yebua doing differently? What do you say?
You're a specialist.
You're a specialist. I don't even know that. Something should inform me. Something should make me want to visit your premises. So tell me, why should I visit Yebua?
Okay, so I'll start with, first of all, our service. Yes, the way we treat you.
How do you treat your clients?
The welcoming.
How do you welcome?
Okay, so let's say back with a smile. Yes.
Smile and let me see. So let me I want to see you smile.
Okay.
You have a pretty face, so when you smile, you more pretty.
Thank you.
So smile and let me see.
Okay, so let's say with a smile, first of all, so even it doesn't matter how, let's say, even angry the person is, whilst you are smiling, at least it can, let's say, minimize some anger, some patience. They cope with that, but some,
no matter what you do.
Yesterday we had an encounter like that.
But you see, sometimes, like rightly said, if you are wanting it can start also from the car park, parking. So I always say that customer service starts right from the car park. If you don't give me an experience well as a security man at the car park, I will come inside. Sometimes the security men are standing outside chatting. They'll see us enter, they won't say anything. When they see that you've parked and you want to sit down, when you have a parking, you go grab a break once and then park. You know how your front is like. Sometimes you need to turn and put position like that. Some of us don't like reversing. So you see how you turn and turn, it's a lot of stress. When you finish and then he's not going to want you that you didn't park, I'll be upset. Do you get it? I might be upset and just get up. I say, you will not be upset and keep quiet. We'll give it back to you. So before the person approaches you, the person is upset. So what was the encounter yesterday? And how did you solve it?
Okay, I was not the one who had the encounter with the patient. It was my colleague at that point. So when they came in, my colleague attended to them and she made a visit for them. So the child was having some tummy aches, so they wanted to see the doctor immediately they entered. But my colleague was
Like emergency.
Yes, an emergency attendant. But the nurses were it around. One was at the pharmacy, the other was attending to patients at the home.
Okay, hold it there. There is a portion called simulation. When we get there, I would want to use the real life experience you had to do the simulation. So hold on for me. So I have an answer to one of the things we do today. So we want to look at understanding our customers better, understanding customer service, handling customer complaints like what you encountered, understanding our role, whatever role you find yourself in, you deal with people. So understanding the role and how we can be effective. And then also want to adopt something called service standards. Service standards are basically things that we've promised ourselves as an organization. It's like code of ethics. There are examples that I'll share with you so that you know, oh, okay, this is what we stand for. So this is how we all have to go. If I see that she's not going that way, I have the right to point her. I don't need administrator to come and point. I don't need doctor to come and point. I can also point because we all agree that this is the way we are going. So like the vision, we are going this way. When you see that Lot, you know the story of Lot, they were all going like this. Lot's wife decided to turn like this. They said don't turn, she said I'll turn. And then she became what? So we are all going this way. I feel that this is how we are going. When you see that I am turning, I'm going astray, nothing stops you from saying I'm here. Looks like we are losing focus. This is where we are going. Now there is too many distractions. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat. So many. Now the kids even know more than us. The point is that there are so many distractions. So if you don't take care, you'll be carried away. So as a health worker, I'm at work to serve both my internal and my external. No matter the distractions of the day, I need to keep focus. I might be sick before I go to the office. And once I enter, I should forget about myself. Not to say that the but the point is that once I'm in the official premises of the establishment, the customer doesn't care. Say, once the customer comes to you, doctor, you might be having headache. Once I sit in front of you and I know that you are going to solve my problem, it is not now that doctor is coming to say, I'm having headache and you are complaining to me. What should I do? Because I have my own worries that I've come here with. So why should I worry? Did you get my point? So the whole idea is that is how we have to see it. And we also look at efficient ways of handling irate or difficult customers. So that is something that we would have to look at and then understand and ask all the questions that we want to ask. So just to kickstart, I'm saying what? We'll read one after the other. So sweetheart, start from you.
Kind gestures and positive everyday interactions between staff and patients results in healthcare companies going for good quality.
Do you agree? Kind gestures and positive everyday interactions. So you and Doc are colleagues. Doc comes to you. Doc will not normally come to you. Most times you go to Doc, isn't it? Or whichever way, maybe he needs something, he might call you and all that. If you are not showing some, don't let me use Doc. Doc is too I want to use the cleaner. The cleaner will need your assistance in so many ways, isn't it? Because in hierarchy, your role is higher than the cleaner. If your gestures, if you are not nice, anything across all the time about you. In corporate circles, we have something called open door policy. If I'm not a manager or a leader that you can easily come to me and tell me your worries. If I'm going through a lot, even in the office, I won't tell you. I will keep it to myself. Something might be worrying me, but I won't even talk to you. Because as a boss, you are not kind. Your gestures are, or even just as colleagues, you are not co-hosts. So, there are things you're from with it. Yeah, it's for short. So, why don't people say to people, do you get it? When it happens like that, the friction, it brings friction to the establishment. Because I'm not sure even what I'm going to tell you, how they're going to take it. So that is very important for all of us to take it. And yeah, Doc.
The first key to providing great customer service in the healthcare industry is to stop treating patients as customers whose sole purpose is to get revenue?
So this one, as if we're talking to you direct. Do you agree? What have we seen in the medical field? Tell us, share it with us. You've heard us say a lot. It's said that don't miss how people then cash and carry. We've heard so many things. In other parts of the world, cash and carry doesn't apply, especially when it's an emergency situation. In America, it doesn't mean that they will take the money. When you are done, they would send you your bill and all that. So because Africans think we are always smart, do you know what they do? They give wrong address. Nobody would actually check. Your priority at the hospital is taking care of you to recover. It's a very clear woman in the emergency. So most of our people, when they go and they are sick, the information they give, if I'm Genevieve or Duncan Ogobi, I'll say I am Evelyn Ogobi. I won't mention my right name. I'm sick. So it's not that they're coming to us, can I have ID and all that. Their focus is getting you better. But we think we can always cheat the system. And that is why in Ghana, if somebody comes to the Boa hospital, definitely you'll ask insurance, cash, and you'll pay them. Where's the cashier? Cashier, collect the money in a small cubicle before you can go forward. And if you are using your card to go check, if your name is on the system, I'm no more at Fidelity. So let's say I've come and you know me as Fidelity. So when I give you my card, what will make you tell that I'm no more at Fidelity if I don't tell you? Is there a system like that? Yes. Good. So once you have a system like that, nobody can cheat the system. Do you get it? So, Doc, thank you very much. And then maybe the next person will read for us. And then the next two, and then will you read for us?
The great customer service starts with taking patients.
So what we are trying to say is that scanner or just a woman is scanning, but patient-centric just said, why trade war? Jerry Ford now on chain, same scanner and that's why I use the scenario of America and the Ghanaian system and all that. And then please somebody should read the last one for us.
Demonstrate respect, empathy, and intelligence to all patients who visit your facility.
You are not feeling the pain I'm feeling, but empathy means that you put yourself in my shoes. Maybe it might just be my menstrual cramps. Maybe you don't have menses. But you know some people have very painful menses to the extent that they can inject me. When I was young, they used to inject me before I'll be calm. Or they'll give me something called Buscopan or Buffing, all those times, you know. The whole idea is that you're a nurse, you're a woman like me. You don't go through because the day menses can create and they say that sometimes. Menses can create a whole church or who say. Do you get my point? Yes. And I'm in one. So empathy is just trying to tell us that although you are not feeling my pain, what do you share the shoes? Maybe I should not share where you're but woman. Do you get it? It's really hurting me on the last toe. So you empathize with me so that you can feel my pain. What's your name, my dear?
Peanut.
What?
Peanut.
Peanut. That's a nice name. Make sure that the vision of the equality. It's been 10 years already. How many of you have been with your wife for the past 10 years? 8 years? 5 years? 5 years? 3 years? 2 years? 2 years? 2 years, okay. So at least you've seen some, right? You've not been there for years, but you've seen some. So tell us, what role are you playing? Accountant, what role are you playing to make sure that the vision of your boy is achieved? What role are you playing? 2 years. What role are you playing?
3 years.
Okay, so in my department, in as much as we want to take money before a patient, we take care of a patient, we also understand the system. So at the end of the day, we treat patients and then we sometimes sit down with patients and then give them a flexible
payment structure.
Yes. So you can go and then 2 weeks time, 1 month time, you can come back and then pay.
Let's learn how to be moderate. Know where to wear what. Know how to look where. So if you're a doctor and I come to you and I see that you've pierced your ears, why a tattoo? Tell me afro. Hey, I'll ask myself, am I in safe hands? Because this is somebody I'm coming. It has nothing to do with what you're going to do, but the mentality. Because that is not what we are used to here. When I see a doctor looking like that, I'll say, hey, my sickness, I'm fine. Because you're not even sure if the doctor is going to attend to you, or even going to prescribe the right medication for you. Because you check the person. That is why in banking, they don't allow us to dress in a particular way. First, if you're a banker, you cannot leave even this here. You have to shave everything, it's not clean shave. So that the customer can see your face and be sure that it is Genevieve I'm dealing with. It is Mr. Osei I'm dealing with. It's Kobna I'm dealing with. So let's remember that professionalism has to do with our dressing, the way we do our things whilst at work, our communication, our interpersonal relations, and the way we look as both men and women. So you don't wear, I don't want to see my staff member, very beautiful. You see, color coded. Looking at the shirt you are wearing. So some of these things, I mean, you're all looking fantastic. So some of these things are very important, okay? And then patience. Patience. How you calm people down. One can say, tension level off. You're all from the hospital, so you know. If you're always hyper, you're always on top, you're on the edge, it doesn't help. So even if you're dealing with people, patience is key. Okay? And then people first attitude, just like customer centric or being customer focused. Remember that it is the customer first. That's why we say the customer is key. The customer is always right. It has nothing to do with or a superior sin. But in the moment when I am in front of you and I'm the customer, I am supposed to be treated as the most important person on the premises. Because at the end of the day, if I don't come, there will be money for you to be paid. So when you have it at the back of your mind that our jobs are interrelated, semester, one share year, na me boof, na me call. Me betia oka. Man betia sika amawa. Ye nya sika as a company to even take care of our day-to-day activities and then to take care of us as staff. So if the security man is fond of causing problem at the security gate and people get upset and they decide that when you come to your work you don't get a place to park, they will always allow you to go and park at the police station. And then it has caused a lot of accidents and say like that. People will be deterred from even coming to your hospital because they will say, when I come there, parking is a problem. So these are all things that interrelate. So when you see customer service as something that is connected to something, and it is not just my job, what I am doing, so I'm in the pharmacy. Once you come to me, I'll give you my medicine. What has front office got to do with me? Or what has cashier got to do with me? But cashier has something to do with it because I will check if I haven't paid, you relay the information. Has she paid? So the same way, if her job is going to affect you, and I will not come and buy medicine, or everybody would want to go and buy medication outside, your medicine will be there. Maybe rather expire. So this is how we need to see customer service. It works hand in hand. We work together as a team. So let's remember, if nothing at all, we need to be professionals. We need to have the attitude of being patient so that we don't talk on top of our voices to even our internal customers. And then we should be customer centric. Whenever somebody remembers, oh, I need something from Fidelity, even though I've left it, Genevieve, please, and I will say, oh, I'm no more at Fidelity, but I'll let somebody attend to you, somebody will call you. That is brand ambassador. So if you are in the war today, or even tomorrow you've left, how are you going to, what are you going to say about the war hospital? But now let's focus on whilst we are there. We are brand ambassadors. When I walk to you, I don't know you from any other hospital. Maybe you were working at Ghana, Canada before you came to Yeboah. But now you are at Yeboah. So you are an ambassador of Yeboah. Whatever you do, speaks good or bad about the firm you find yourself in. we are brand ambassadors, and everything we do affects the brand. So in remembering all these things, when it comes to dealing with problems or complaints, like I said, Bill, we do a simulation. So you show us how normally when clients come and they have complaints and all that you deal with them. Okay, so let's remember that our work entails a lot, and a lot is expected of us. So we need to play our role nicely. Data, that's why I asked of archiving. And now I'm happy that we are only computerized. Software issues. And you're now asking me, how old are you? Are you hypertensive? I'll ask myself, I've been with this hospital for the past 10 years. Why are you now asking me about? So when you were moving from old to new, you should have moved everything or done something called customer updates. So customers will now give you more information. Probably my lifestyle has changed. Probably I have some condition that has improved. So that when I come to you, don't diagnose me wrongly. That's why we have a lot of these issues. Because hospitals are not keeping the right data, unfortunately. And it is causing a lot of problems. And then the people who are manning the data are also not being trained. So trouble is being caused every now and then. So these are some of the key things that we should know when it comes to service. The relevance of service. It's not just about what we say or what we do, but the actions that goes along with it. Poor customer service is an indicator of what? Bigger problems. So like I said, if you are not giving me the service that I want or the service that I need, I can switch this. You are not the only hospital, are you? You are not the only clinic. Hello sir, welcome. So there are so many things changing every now and then. And if we are not careful, we will not change with time. Our mindset when it comes to service is very important. So mindset is is wide. How we see things. Rebecca said, what will somebody say about this water? And what will somebody say?
Half full.
So mindset. I will choose to say half full because I want to go the positive way. So in the midst of issues, somebody will take a negative approach. Somebody will take a positive approach. The scenario you gave us, a customer who is irrational. Definitely, I'm human, so I would also want to be irrational when I meet him. But mindset, customer-centric mindset, will not allow me to be irrational. So although I keep it in my heart. I don't say it because I'm a service provider. And that is how you need to see service. So in mindset, you need to remember, maybe I'll say, keep 2 or 3 things out of this. You cannot keep everything in your mind. But remember, always learning because it's a continuous improvement thing. It is not one day we come for the training or 2 days training and then that's it. Customer service is an everyday experience. Every day we are dealing with people, internal customers, external customers, our people at home, our children, our husbands, our wives, church members. So it's an ongoing process. So we should always what? Learn to have that beautiful, positive mindset so that we can give people the kind of experience that they need. And we should always remember that the desire to take care of people is not just, it should be a passion. It's not only because I'm being paid, but do it out of passion. It's like now people are offering service because at the end of the day, my salary. It has nothing to do with the job. My advice is always when you are tired of the job, unfortunately the way the system is, you cannot leave because you need the money. Yes. But you might be very tired, so now it would affect your input. And out of affecting your input in the industry you find yourself, you can kill. You might not be the doctor, but you can kill. Because when I come and see you an accountant, and you say things that will get me upset, and my BP goes up, that alone can kill me. So killing is not just the doctor giving me wrong medication. So these are some of the things that we should remember. And this is how we should view customer experience, customer service. We shouldn't look at it on one big angle that this is how it is. Beautiful. A doctor attending. See how beautiful it is. I wish I got a black picture to depict it. At least this one, these two are nice. You understand it all. What do patients need? What do they need? This one don't really just tell me. What do patients need when they come to you? Sweetheart, what do patients need? Insurance. Good. Yes, sir. Without anything. Patients, what do they need? So we will pay for another little ambulance, what do patients? So communication, they just want to be communicated well to. I want us to use professional language and use the patient's name as much as possible, like I expressed. If I know your name, you visited the facility for more than once, it's beautiful for me to welcome you with your name. It makes me feel welcome. It makes me feel I'm important. Somebody can remember my name. It's not like because I have money or I'm some big woman when I can, oh, no, I don't want that. But everybody feels at home when you call him or her. Oh, hi, Genevieve, how are you? Hi, Dorcas, how are you? My dearness, what's the name again? Jenina. If I see you and I call you by your name, you feel more comfortable, isn't it? You will love it when I mention your name because I know you. It's not like today's the first day I'm seeing you. I've seen you many times. So when you come to me and I welcome you with your name, it makes you feel at home. Yes. So this is just a picture of somebody. I'm sure the person is leaving the hospital or probably going for a surgery, isn't it? Yeah. And looking at how everybody is around and being nice, because the love and all that is being showed is beautiful. It calms you down. It makes the sickness go even before you are taken care of. And that's how we need to practice service. Customer complaint, and we are going to do a simulation on it, so I won't waste too much time on it. But I just want us to remember that when it comes to handling customer complaint, we need to remember a few tactics. You don't show the customer that you are right and he is wrong. No matter what, you will not win because the customer is working. So remember that no matter how angry the customer is, there is a way we can handle him. It's human. The scenarios I've given you, it is doable. People know how to handle, so I can also learn how to handle. Patients, people can be very irrational, like we all agree. But let's remember that there are few things that we look at. Maybe just to take two before we do our role play. If you need more information, let the patient know, you get back to him. So this one is a particular scenario where I'm talking to you. You need more information. I'm not in your head. There is no way I will get to know what is in your head. So if you go to see doctor, the doctor is asking you, so how are you feeling? It is based on what you tell doctor that you prescribe a medicine for you. So if you are sick and you don't say you are sick, you wouldn't know. If you are having headaches and he asks you and you say, I don't get headaches, palpitation, oh no. How would doctor know that I need to prescribe this particular medication for you? So if you need more information, per your practice as a doctor, I'm sure you know leading questions that you ask to get the kind of answers that you need. So if I'm complaining of a particular thing, you know the questions to ask me. Okay, so do you feel this way? And I'll say no. What about this way? So you ask me questions that will give the kind of information that you need. But if I decide not to answer you, there's nothing you can do, like you said. So there are certain things that are beyond our control. But the ones within our control, let's try as much as possible to be able to handle. So when we get to the scenario, I want to know how we handle customer issues. How we are able to see how she's attentive, listening. It's a skill. So we use the practice smile to handle a scenario like this. If the lab says that in 1 hour, your basic laboratory test, that is things that don't take more than an hour, should be ready in 1 hour. That is our SLA. That is our service level agreement. That is the promise we are making to the customer. If the nurse says that you'll be admitted and you'll be taken care of 24/7, the nurse should not be asleep. And I'll be ringing my bell, ring, for somebody should take care of me at dawn, and nobody's minding me. Do you get my point? If we say that the first point of call, when I enter the one, a nice person welcomes you and smiles. Welcome. How may I be of help today? That should be the standard. You should not do that and then you do differently. We should have a service level agreement. What we say we will do, we actually get it done. So, in talking about service standard, we want to stand for something called what? Excellence. We don't want to just be doing it for doing sake. We want to excel. We want to be called as people who have stood out in the service industry, especially in the healthcare service industry. And so we cannot just do it anyhow. There are things that we need to look out for. And some of the examples I want to, when you hear service standards, something like what? Answering the phone within 3 rings. So when the phone rings, bang, bang, ring, ring, ring. The third ring, that's the policy. After the third ring, if you don't pick up, you've gone against or you breach the contract. Another example is respond to every customer inquiry within 30 or 60 minutes. So if we say we come to you, you're looking for my folder. Now I hear you have everything computerized. So once I get you and I mention my name, you should be able to check and have my data, and then you would get information from me. So that is how it should be. I shouldn't wait for too long and then you say, I can't find your file. There is nothing like that now because you have everything on the system. Open a new queue if more than 3 customers are waiting. So this one, let me bring it to your home. Remember when we started, I said, if there is a way we can have demarcations. So when I move from vitals and I have to go and do doctor, right? I sit at a different place. So when you see that the people at the vital side are too many and the nurse is just one, quickly an admin can come and bring another nurse quickly there because there are too many people waiting to see the nurse for vitals. If you realize that too many doctors, maybe you are supposed to be 3 doctors on duty, but for some reason the doctor is late for maybe where they are. So we are all waiting to come and see you. And the queue is getting longer. There is nothing wrong with you coming to say that we have a little challenge today. We have one of our doctors unable to be here. So he should have to wait for a while because there is nothing wrong with you coming out to explain. We need to make it a conscious effort that this is the way to go and this is how we are all going. Note the customer service involves what? Basic ethics. And we've spoken about that, I've learned. Let's also remember that customer service is not just about us or what we do, but it goes a long way to tell us the company's growth or the decline of the company. So, on behalf of Dr. Yebua and the entire board, I would like to say thank you for making it to today's training. We have the last group tomorrow, the next group. But as you go, it is not so much about coming here out of the office and relaxing and making, but it's so much about practicing. So like I said, we have service ambassadors. When you see something is not going the way we all agree that it should, don't worry about what somebody will say. Remember that you are an ambassador. You represent a brand. You are a service what? Agent. And you need to speak up when you have to speak up. And Emmanuel is going to be one of our champions, our service champions. Yes. So when you see the wrong thing is being done, Emmanuel, don't be afraid to speak up. And we've agreed that instead of having yearly meetings, we are going to have at least quarterly meetings. But at least on a monthly basis, we have departmental meetings. Then we can, cascade it down to everybody's level. And then by the year end, we already know what we've agreed on, what we're able to solve, what we're able to resolve, and then the way forward. Okay? So I want my takeout, at least 1 or 2 takeouts, not what you've seen on the board, but your own takeout. And a pledge. What are you going to do differently as you go back? One thing, the last group is there. So the next time when you come, you see yours still there. And we'll find out if we actually doing what we said we do. And remember that the mystery shopper can always come to your end. So you need to do it right to all people, regardless of how you are feeling at a particular time. Thank you very much. And if there are any questions, please let them come. And then we'll call it a day.